All right, happy Friday, everybody, and welcome into the Inside Columbia Basketball Podcast presented by Vandewater. I'm your host, Kyle Matrician. Later in the episode, I will be joined by Patrick Desir as we've got two special guests lined up this week. We've got Mary Lobon, a first year on the women's basketball team, and we also have Paige Lauder, another first year on the women's basketball team. So two first years coming up on today's episode, two of the four. Next week, we will interview the other two women's basketball freshmen, and we will have more men's basketball players back for you next week. But this week, it's just our two women's basketball players. And with that being said, we're going to cut the introduction right there. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to pay some bills. And when we come back, we're going to have Mary Lobon and Paige Lauder on the show for you. So stick around.
They say you play basketball, you play football, you play tennis, but you can't play boxing. You have to fight. I remember the night where it went completely downhill. It was a massive tumor that had wrapped itself around my spine. Dr. Hartle, who was my surgeon, he aced it. They resurrected me. On August 9th, 2014, I became the WBA middleweight champion of the world.
John, we're outside of Jag 1. Tell us why this place is so important to your patients.
We're serving New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania as an outpatient physical therapy and occupational therapy center. We've worked very hard in the last 2 years to bring us close to 100% in-network in all our facilities. We treat every type of pathology and illness and surgical intervention, taking that patient's needs and building the rehab program around that goal and attaining the goal.
All right, welcome back to this week's short special we have for you this week of the Inside Columbia Basketball Podcast presented by Vandewater. I'm Kyle Matrician, as you heard in our introduction, joined this week by Patrick Desir, and our two guests for this week on the podcast are two first years at Columbia. We have Paige Lauder from Malvern, Pennsylvania, and we have Mary Lobon from Valencia, Spain, joining us. You're not in Spain right now, though, Mary. You're on campus, as you told us. So how's it, Mary, we'll start with you. How's everything going?
It's been great, actually. This was my first time ever visiting the US, so everything is a first here. Obviously, with COVID, everything looks a bit different, but just love it here, love the experience, love the people, really wanting to explore New York. So I've been loving campus so far.
And Paige, I know you're not on campus right now. You said you're in the Philadelphia suburbs. So why don't you let everybody know where you are?
Yes, so I am originally from the suburbs of Philadelphia, and I'm currently living with another freshman on the team, Eden, in an apartment in Westchester, just at a college town, suburbs of Philly, just so we could kind of replicate college in the best way we could and work out and train together. So it's been good.
Did you know Eden beforehand, or how did you come to live with Eden?
Well, I met her, I guess, for the first time on my official visit, and then the original plan was for all four of the freshmen to be together, but Mary was not able to come over till the spring, and then one of the other freshmen got a job opportunity back home, so then it just wound up being the two of us.
That's nice. And the first thing I want to do, since we have you on the podcast for the first time as first years, is I want each of you to kind of give an introduction of yourself to the Columbia athletics community listening to this podcast. Obviously, we have some women's basketball fans and listeners, but this podcast also brings in listeners from the various sports that we have at Columbia, the 31 varsity sports programs. I better get that right after I've worked here for 5 years. So, Paige, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you just introduce yourself a little bit more? Let everybody know your basketball story, when you started playing, when you knew you might play collegiately, and what led you to come to Columbia.
Yeah, so I started playing basketball in kindergarten. My parents actually lied about my age. The league didn't start till you were a first grader, but they wanted to get me in. So I started playing in kindergarten, played all the way up to high school. Freshman year, I kind of realized, I think I want to play in college. I think I'm good enough. And fun fact, Coach G actually went to my high school. So that's how I initially got the connection with Columbia. She played for the same coaches I played for. They put me in contact, and I think I came up to visit spring of my sophomore year, and then I just kept loving Columbia. I actually visited 4 times before I committed. But yeah, and then I
4
committed.
times before you committed.
Yes. Well, some of them.
What eventually did it for you? Was it the 4th trip, the 2nd trip, the what trip?
Well, I have to say the first trip did not do it for me because it was like pouring.
Oh no! Oh,
Wow!
good.
Wow!
I want to get off this topic for a second. No, go ahead.
Well, no, just like it was like pouring rain. It was just like I didn't get a good visual of campus, and it was like my first visit ever at a college. So I was just like very, very nervous. And then I came back that summer for camp and like actually spent time with the team, and like I loved it. And then I came back, maybe I only visited 3 times. I came back for like another visit, and then I saw them play St. Joe's in Philadelphia, and seeing them like play in a game, like that's when I knew like
I don't think was it that game went to overtime, right? Or am I making that up?
it did. They
Okay.
lost in overtime, but it was like a very good game. And like I was in the car driving home with my mom, and I was like, I want to like that's it. Like I want to go there.
I'm just gonna
But-
say, Paige, you took all my visits because you visited 4 times. I didn't visit a single one.
There you go.
Well, Mary, just jump in real quick. What happened?
So I got recruited pretty late, actually. Being international, it's kind of hard getting recruited, and you have to send out videos, and it's not the same. We have like calls and the time difference. So I got recruited pretty late, and all like Coach Rosnick was able to come and see me, but with COVID and stuff, I wasn't able to go there and see. So I just had to commit. But I was pretty sure I wanted to come here just because of all the people I met. But yeah, Paige stole all my visits, gotta say.
She stole them all from you. I gotta say, Mary, you look good. A nice Columbia sweater on. Right?
In script, it's a very nice item.
Yeah.
Very nice
It's a
item.
vintage. It's a
Very
vintage.
nice.
I gotta say, shout out to Michaela Markham.
I didn't know we were giving shout outs on these podcasts.
Yeah,
We're giving shout outs.
she's the one who gave it to me. I didn't have that much gear because I was back in Spain, so that was hard to get gear to me. So she was like, "Here you go, a little small gift." So appreciate it.
That's nice. Well, Mary, now that we're on you, why don't you let everybody know your basketball story, kind of how you started playing, what age you were, and I know you talked a little bit about how you got to Columbia, but kind of just elaborate on that a little bit more.
Yeah, so I feel like me being international, my basketball like journey was very different. I started playing when I was 8, but I played in my school, so it wasn't really serious. I was just having fun with some friends. And then a couple of years ago, we actually made it to the national championship and finished 5th, which was kind of unexpected. We called ourselves the X Factor because we were just like a small school. And in Spain, you usually have like professional, like underage teams that go there. So that was like a big feat for us. And then because of that, me and 2 friends got recruited to one of those professional teams. So I got to play for Valencia Basket Club. Right now they have an amazing professional team. They play in EuroLeague and all that stuff. So they're really good. And yeah, I just played there, learned a lot. And obviously just filmed a highlight video, which is all you can do when you're international. I sent it out there, and thankfully Coach Ross saw it and was interested. And so, yeah, I had a lot of calls, met a couple of my teammates, and then he came and visited me. And then I was just pretty sure I wanted to come here just because Columbia is a great university, and New York is just the place you want to be. So, yeah.
And I know everybody on the team is especially welcoming, but for you being right now the lone international student on the team, how was everybody? And I'm sure you have nothing but positive things to say, but how was everybody when you first met the team?
I have a lot of funny stories, actually. Everyone was so fascinated by me being an international. They just thought I was something exotic or something. They loved it. Fun fact, I don't know who it was on the team. I'm not going to throw people under the bus either, but some people just started asking me if I was from Mexico just because I spoke Spanish. And if I like...
Don't call anybody out, please. Do not.
Not calling anybody out, but they just started asking me if I like tacos. And I was like, yeah, sure. Love them. But yeah, also, I think because I'm a freshman and stuff, but they make so much fun of me because of my accent. I have a couple nicknames already because my accent is so peculiar. But yeah, they're really interested in learning about Spanish culture, which I love. I just love telling them.
And Marie, je comprends que tu parles français aussi, pas vrai?
Ouais, je peux parler français.
Ah, très bien,
Wow.
très bien.
Ouais,
I'm
ouais.
What
fluent,
is
guys.
happening
I'm
right
fluent.
now?
I'm
This is.
fluent, guys. I'm
We're
fluent.
speaking a little
Are
French.
you actually
Little bit.
fluent?
I am fluent, pal. Come on.
What? How? When?
Je parle
Pat,
français, je sais
Pat, I'm
parler
asking you
français.
questions. I'm just interviewing you now, Pat. How did you become fluent in French?
My mother taught me when I was young. Come on.
I don't know. The only thing I share with you is
Anyway,
that we're both Cowboys
Paige.
fans. You talk about we can have a whole Cowboys podcast with you.
So Paige, you were born in Johannesburg, right?
I was.
Talk to
yes.
us about that. Did you grow up there, or was it like you grew up in Johannesburg and then you moved to Philly, or was it like you were just born there and then you moved over to the States?
Yeah, I was just my dad was like living there for like a work visa basically. So my parents got married, moved to South Africa, they had me, and then we actually moved to London. So I think I moved to London when I was like a year and a half old, and then I moved back here and I was like 4. So I don't remember anything. We have gone back to London once when I was in middle school, but we want to go back to South Africa. But I mean, I just don't remember anything. It's a cool story, but I have no memories. And I did pick up the British accent actually when I came back here. I lost it. I don't have it anymore.
Try it. Go for it.
Well, I would say like things like, oh, like it's in my pocket and like just like I don't know, weird stuff like that. Yeah, so I picked it up and then came back here and it was gone real quick.
I just spoke with Maria Chart from the fencing team, who is from London. But she has spent a lot of time in the US since. And when we first started talking to her, I didn't really hear an accent, but then when she said she was from London, and then all of a sudden I was like, you do have a little bit of an accent, but it seems like she's lost, like, I don't know. I feel like when people have spent time in both places, and this is exactly what she said, it kind of, whatever American accent or English accent or Spanish accent, it kind of comes out a little bit more when you're in that area talking to those people.
Yeah. Maybe Mary will lose her accent.
I'm hoping.
Has anybody told you that yet, Mary? Have you talked to family from home and have they said to you, ooh, you sound different?
No, not at all. And I actually want to lose my Spanish accent because sometimes it's like they give me so much.
Authentic.
Yeah.
They give me so much. They give me so much for it. And correct me.
Whoa, we got that out.
Mary.
Sorry. We can
keep it PG here.
Sorry. They give me such a hard time. For it. But it takes me like usually they ask me to speak in Spanish. Like my team is like, say something in Spanish. It takes me a couple of seconds for like my brain to switch back to Spanish, which usually like wouldn't happen. So I think my brain is getting used to thinking in English.
Well, how many languages did you learn growing up, Mary?
So I think this is a European thing, but I obviously learned Spanish because I had my mother tongue, and then I went to a British school, so I learned British when I was pretty small, and then French and German I learned as extracurriculars, just because usually that's a culture in Europe. I feel like learning a lot of languages because you're surrounded by so many. I can.
Just like you can very easily go to France or UK. It's all pretty close. Germany.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'd say I speak better French than German just because it's similar to Spanish. So if you don't know a word or two, you can just like slip a bit of Spanish in there and no one will notice.
Romance languages. It always works out. Romance languages.
Pat, do you know anything else besides French, or are you just fluent in French?
French is all I got. That's all I have.
That's impressive, though. That's impressive.
Merci beaucoup.
I'm impressed. I took 6-7 years of Spanish in middle school and high school. I am not fluent.
I'm on my 14th year. I just don't know anything.
I don't know. Let's do a little quiz real quick. Let's do a quiz. Paige is in her 14th year. All right, Mary.
Okay, but granted, the first like 10 years, it was once a week for 45 minutes.
Paige, no excuses.
That's not bad. Okay. Oh, come on.
All right, Mary, I want you to say like a pretty simple sentence in Spanish, and we're going to see if Paige knows what you said, and we'll make it harder as we go along.
Okay.
We'll start out pretty simple.
Okay. Me gusta jugar al baloncesto.
Repite, por favor.
I think I got it. I heard it. Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
I like to play something.
Baloncesto. Paige, what?
Oh,
Sorry,
basketball.
girl. What would I like to play?
Basketball. I like to play
Yes.
basketball.
She's 1 for 1. Put it on the board.
Yes.
Put it on the board. We're making a board right now. You'll see this when you see
Yeah.
the video version.
Okay.
Paige was 1 for 1. All right, we're gonna do 5 all together. We're gonna do.
Oh boy.
All right.
I need some inspiration. So can we get some
All right.
good?
You want me to send you maybe a sentence?
Yeah, send me on the chat.
All
Yeah.
right, I'll send you a
We
sentence.
thought
can
it was
cut
gonna be
this,
like-
right?
What's your
We
name?
can cut
Or...
this. Girl, 14 years. You better say more than what's my name.
Look, you guys can work this out on the court too. It can work to your advantage.
Yeah,
True,
actually,
very true.
next year there's a Spanish girl coming, so it's gonna be Spanish speaking all around the team. No one's gonna understand it.
No
I'm
one's gonna
sending you-
understand anything you guys are doing.
I'm sending you something in the chat right now, Mary, and then I want
Okay.
you to say this to.
Is it in English? Do I need to
Yeah, it's in
translate?
English. It's in English.
Oh, she's gonna know that word.
Just
all
do
right.
it.
No. How about this?
I'm
Okay.
scared.
Okay.
A lot of pressure here, guys.
Okay, she's also gonna know this, but anyway.
All right. It's still
isn't that
easy.
the point?
No, it's
Okay.
level 2.
Okay, level two. Estudio en la ciudad de Nueva York.
I study in New York City.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. She's 2 for 2.
That's too
2 for
easy.
2. All right.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
whoa, okay.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Mary did say that very slowly. So I don't feel like she would say it that slowly if she were speaking to her friends.
Okay, I'll say one. I have one.
Oh, you got one? All right, level 3. Is this like a
Yeah.
level 3? We still can go. We can definitely
Yeah,
go.
I think so. I'm gonna say it fast too, because you out here
No,
doing
that's
all. Mi comida española favorita es la paella.
My favorite Spanish food is paella.
Hey!
Yes. All right. 3.
Look at that.
That was fast too, Paige.
Three. That
I'm
was-
I
proud of
know,
you.
that was
I
fast.
picked up on a few words. I knew comida. I knew she said paellas, and I probably could have pieced it together. You know, that's generally what happens. I pick and choose words. All right. Mary, you thinking of, you want me to send you something for level
Yeah,
4?
I'm thinking of
All right. All right.
hard ones.
All right. Let's see. Wait.
Oh, I have one.
Okay. All right. Level 4. Oh, she said you're not gonna know it. Challenge.
Exactly.
Challenge, Paige.
Oh, boy.
Challenge.
Mary, don't make me look bad.
Okay. De mayor me gustaría ser ingeniera y trabajar en el extranjero.
All right, we're gonna need to talk a little slower for me.
Okay. De mayor me gustaría ser ingeniera y trabajar en el extranjero.
Something about someone younger works in a restaurant.
I'm gonna guess no. I mean, I don't know. Pat, do you know? Did you pick up?
No
anything?
idea. I'm here
I have
like
no idea.
I know what you
I
say.
heard work. I heard Trabajara. That's all
I
I
heard
got.
work.
That's all I got.
Young, completely the opposite, is like when I'm older, I want to be a chemical engineer and work abroad.
Oh wow, she went.
Okay,
That was a
Mary.
big hike from 3 to 4.
Oh, you
That
were out
was-
here saying it's too easy.
That was-
I'm giving you hard.
All right, well, let's see level 5. I'll redeem myself.
Oh, we're going more?
She's
Wow.
like,
You want more?
Alex, I'll take Spanish for 1,000 right now, please.
I don't know a hard one. Let's see. I need some ideas.
All or nothing.
Kyle, give me some
Are
ideas.
you daily doubling all or nothing right now? You throwing
All or
throwing it all in?
Absolutely.
Throwing it all in. All
All
right.
or nothing.
I'm gonna send Mary. All right, Mary. This is not going to be true of it. I'm just going to make up a sentence, so I'm not saying you. I can't give any clues here. All right.
Well, let me see. I have one too, I think. It's gonna be a question and you have to answer it. Okay.
In Spanish.
I feel like
I
this
can
would have
answer
been
in
a little
Spanish.
bit more of an appropriate level 4. I don't know. She went crazy with you. I feel like
She
this might be
did. She did.
this might be a makeup level 4 here.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
well,
like that
I'm
idea.
gonna go with Kyle's, which is a bit easier, and then you can put that in so you look good.
We'll
and I'll
go
ask
with
you a
yours for
question.
the bonus. We'll go with yours for the bonus.
Okay.
Okay.
El año pasado visité Francia, comí unos crepes con mis hermanos y mi madre. Do you want me to repeat that?
No, last year I visited France and ate crepes with my mom and my dad.
Wow, nice.
Oh my
Brother,
God.
brother,
Not-
brother,
brother.
hermano.
Acceptable
Hermano.
answer. Acceptable answer. I'll take it. It was
Yeah.
last year I visited France and ate crepes for breakfast. Did you say desayuno?
Oh no, I didn't say desayuno. Sorry.
Oh.
I forgot.
That's okay.
Just-
Well, so she gets credit for getting that right. And
Yeah,
ate
yeah.
breakfast with my mother and siblings.
I think we can segue into food now. This is Kyle's like bread and butter.
No,
right?
we have
He's
to.
the-
No, Mary's got to guess the bonus question first.
Sorry.
There's a bonus.
Sorry.
There's a bonus
Oh my
question.
God.
Bonus.
There's a bonus.
Oh, is this going to be a question and an answer? Or is
It's
this
gonna be
Oh my God.
a question in Spanish, and she has to answer in English.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk slow.
Si pudieras ser una persona famosa por un día, ¿quién serías? This has got some conditional in there. Let's see if you learned that.
I don't know what
She
that
gets, do
means.
you need her to repeat? Do you need her to repeat?
Yeah, repite, por favor.
Si pudieras ser una persona famosa por un día, ¿quién serías?
I'm not a famous person at Columbia. My favorite
answer.
famous person.
Just say an answer. I'll tell you what the question is after.
Kyle, famous person at Columbia.
I
All right.
made it.
Legit answer. Legit answer. That's a great answer. I was like, if you could be a famous person, I did not specify Colombia, but who would you be?
Paige.
But
Kyle.
great answer.
Paige, Paige knows she knows what many people don't, and that is you want to be on the side of your SID, so he nominates you for all the awards. So Paige knew coming in, so that's why she gave that.
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, Pat, I'm impressed.
I'm more than impressed.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
All right. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we got to pay the bills here. When we come
Pay
back,
some bills.
Pat's gonna segue us into some food conversation. So stick around.
We all know what comes with being a fan, the ups, the downs, and everything in between. Share a Coke with a friend. Coca-Cola, the official beverage of the Columbia Lions.
At Athletic Brewing Company, we've built America's first craft non-alcoholic brewery. We've created a lineup of award-winning non-alcoholic beers. Our beers are made with organic grains and start at only 50 calories. Athletic beers are perfect for anyone who loves being healthy and active, but also loves to enjoy great tasting beer with friends. To give us a try, go to athleticbrewingcompany.com and use code athletic20 for 20% off your first order.
All right. Food. Paige, you're a Philly person, right?
Yes,
You know what I'm gonna ask.
I do.
Best cheesesteak. Where am I supposed to go in Philadelphia?
I can tell you where not to go. Don't go to
Oh,
Pat's.
don't go to Pat's. Geno's is better,
See,
right?
Or what did I have? I think, yeah, Pat's was really dry. Delisandro's, I've only been to Pat's and Delisandro's. I've never been to Geno's. But Delisandro's is what I like the best, and I've heard that's the best one.
Am I supposed
Pat's
to
is a
call
little
it
too dry.
is it a hoagie or is it a hero?
A hoagie.
Oh, I grew
I've
up.
never
I
heard of a
grew up-
hero.
Oh no! Well, now you live in New York, so it's a hero. Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
not-
heard either. So
Are you serious? What are you eating near campus, Mary?
what do I eat? You mean?
Yeah, what are you eating near campus? Like you're on campus. What are you?
So actually, last night, I went with some of my teammates who are here in New York. We went to, I forget the name, Jacob's Pickles, I think. Is that the name?
Okay. Yeah.
That was really good. I had some chicken and pancakes and mac and
Good.
cheese.
Yeah. Good job. Good job.
So that was really good. But apart from that, I just go to John Jay's and Hewitt to eat because I have too many meal swipes.
Paige, I want to ask you. I want to follow up on the cheesesteak because as Pat likes to say, I'm the food connoisseur of the group here. What goes on your cheesesteak? What kind of cheesesteak are you ordering?
I usually do a chicken cheesesteak. So I don't know if I'm breaking the rules there. And then I like fried like caramelized onions and mushrooms.
Caramelized onions and mushroom. No peppers.
And then
no green peppers, red peppers. No.
Not really, no. And then sometimes like red sauce is good on it too, like marinara sauce.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never done
you
that.
definitely
Ooh,
you
I've
definitely
never
need the
done that.
fried onions and the mushrooms.
Mary, have you been to Philadelphia and had a Philadelphia cheesesteak yet?
Actually, I haven't been to Philadelphia specifically, but last week I spent it with Eden and Paige in Westchester. I've been moving a bit around the tri-state area and where they're living because obviously we couldn't train here. So I spent a week in Jersey and then I went to Philly with them, or like not Philly, but Westchester. And we went to PJ's and had some good chicken wings. So yeah, that was really good.
I love some chicken wings. Not gonna lie.
A good, authentic American meal.
Yes. Paige, nicely done, Paige. Nicely
Yes.
done. Way to show her the ropes there. Look at that.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. I wanted to segue, and you brought this up, Mary, just now in your response, that since you hadn't been practicing that much, but we now know with the news that came out this week that some phased athletic activity is being brought into place at Columbia. So some teams will be able to start having what would be, I guess, at best, a modified version of a practice. Mary, I know that you're on campus. So what's your plan with the phased athletic activity?
So yeah, first of all, we needed to do a lot of like make sure we're in the testing program, make sure everything's right COVID wise, and then we had to get like our physicals done. But once that's over, I feel like next week I'm gonna be cleared and I'm gonna be able to go train. So what it entails is just right now I'm the only one on campus and one senior on the team. We're on campus, so it's only gonna be the two of us training. But we're going to train 3 days a week or something like that with our coaches, which is really appreciated because it's been hard with COVID, like communication wise, and just you trying to go on your own, but obviously you have no one to correct you or like to help you grow. So it's been hard just being on your own and trying to do all the work. And then we have also some lifting sessions. So that's also going to be great because you kind of start seeing the changes. You try to do some like body weight or you go to like the gyms, but it's not the same as lifting with your coaches and like lifting serious stuff. So I'm really grateful to get started on that and getting back in shape. So yeah.
What have you been trying to do individually in the interim, like leading up to all this? Like, what's your like basketball routine for yourself when you're trying to stay in basketball shape and you can't physically play with anybody?
So when I was last semester, I was back in Spain and I got this great opportunity. I was able to train with a professional team back there. So I was training with them all during the evening. So it was just like normal training and lifting. And then this spring, I had the opportunity to come here because my visa cleared up and I was eligible. So I really wanted to come train. So I took the opportunity. I still didn't know if we were going to train or not. Thankfully, we're going to do it. But till now, I've been trying to move around a bit around the tri-state area. As I said, I've been in Jersey. So they have a court there and a gym. So I was super like grateful I could go there. I spent a week there and I just wanted to train with them. Our coaches send us weekly stuff to do. So weekly like training sessions and exercises and drills. We also have like a little competition going on. We got some points if we beat the scores and stuff like that. So that's also motivating. So we've been
winning the competition? Who's been on top of the leaderboard?
Not us. We won last week. We're up and coming.
Yeah, we're on the same team. We're the only team with 2 freshmen, and we've been losing hard these past weeks. like it wasn't even a competition. It wasn't even close.
No.
We were like 30
like nobody
points behind.
considered us.
In meetings, they would be like, okay, team A is doing great and team B, you're close up, and they wouldn't even mention us. Like it was that bad.
Team C, keep trying.
But this
we
week
won
we
last
won.
week.
Yeah,
by like a lot.
We won last
week.
week.
There you go, Paige. There you go.
Yeah, we got tired of
guys.
losing. Yeah, we got tired of losing, so now we're gonna take
You're
this
just
win.
warming up. Yep, just warming up.
That's amazing. Paige, I'm going to ask you this question, and then I'm going to throw it back to Mary. One second. There we go. So anybody who finds you on the website, we'll see listed as like a guard forward. 6'1", apparently. You're 6'1"? You don't look 6'1" sitting down right now.
I have long legs, yes, small legs.
So introduce everybody to what kind of player are you? Like, what do you pride yourself on on the basketball court?
Yeah, so I love to like run the floor, run in transition. I can get down the floor really quick. I love rebounding. I think I pride myself the most on my rebounding abilities. And just like a slasher, like getting to the rim and stuff. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice, succinct, clear answer. I like that. And I know, well, I'm not a coach or anything, but I do watch, and I know that Columbia's play style under Megan Griffith is very fast paced, so that obviously you'll fit into that system well.
Yes, that was another deciding factor.
Nice.
Play style.
Nice. Mary, you're listed also 6'1". You do not look like 6'1" either. I mean, long legs.
I'm taller, by the way.
No, she's listed at 6'1", Paige. She's listed at 6'1".
Kyle, it's on the website. It's true. It's on the website. It's true.
It's on the website. It's 100%.
Someone we know wrote it.
Yeah. Someone very qualified.
Look at Paige. Paige is getting brownie points today. So Mary, would you say what's your play style, and does it different, you think, a little bit from what Paige just said?
Yeah, I think compared to Paige, I'm more of like a true forward. I really love posting up, playing near the rim, and also just like close up, close mid-range shots and stuff like that. I'm trying to change my game though, because I want to be more of an outside threat, like outside shooter and stuff like that. But I would also say that I bring like a lot of energy. I love running the court too. I love rebounding. Like I'll fight every single ball, even if it's like not close. I'll just fight every ball. And I think that's like what I bring to the team. Like I have a lot of energy, and I'm not like scared to get into a mess to help the team. So yeah.
And we're going to talk to Nicole Stevens next week, so I'll probably ask her the same question. But Mary, you and Nicole are actually enrolled in Barnard College. So, yes. Which is really unique. I know the women's basketball program hasn't had Barnard in just like a few years, but it's nice to see some Barnard College athletes on our women's basketball team. So kind of what led you to that decision?
Well, I thought I was recruited around February, so I didn't have a lot of time to decide. I had to like choose quick, and I felt like Barnard was the better option for me, because at the beginning when I wanted to come here, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and I felt like Barnard opened me a lot more doors and didn't restrict me as much with some core classes or the core curriculum that they have at CC. So I thought that for exploration and just trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I felt like Barnard had more options, and also the support they bring. They have an amazing support system. There's help everywhere. So you just need to ask, and there's a lot of opportunities. So
yes, and there's a lot of great Columbia women's basketball players that have gone through Barnard College, and the one that comes to my mind is Judy Lomax. If you don't know who Judy Lomax is, she graduated in 2010, and she led the NCAA in rebounding her junior and senior years at Columbia. Led all wow. NCAA players. That she was wild. I mean, I didn't watch her. I just can see her numbers, and I've seen some tape a little bit and some photos, but there's a lot of great Columbia women's basketball players that have gone through Barnard College. So it's nice to see some Barnard College athletes on the team, and I'm happy we got to talk to you and meet one of them. All right, Pat.
One last thing, guys.
Go ahead.
Who are your favorite professional players? And let's get your best like game face, like. Argh! So let's start with Paige, and then let's go to Mary after that.
God. I'd say my favorite professional player, probably Kevin Durant. I feel like I love his length, and I feel like in that respect we're kind of like similar players. Yeah.
No game face. We're not gonna try it.
How we do game face at the same time.
All right, you and Mary at the same time.
All right. We'll close with
both
that.
Put the game face.
Okay. My favorite players, I'd say Luka Doncic, because I saw him playing here in Spain, and he's just amazing. And my favorite player that I grew up watching was Elena Deladon. I really love her style of play, and I'm trying to imitate her a bit because she's like big, but she's so versatile and can do basically anything. So yeah.
Have
I'd
either
say
of you
that.
got to meet any of you, whether people you just listed as your favorite players or any kind of NBA or WNBA superstars?
Wait, I actually did meet Kevin Durant. I forgot about this. We were playing my high school team. It was like the championship for like our league. Like our area was called districts, and we were playing down at Temple, the Leah Center, and Golden State was playing the Sixers that night, and they were practicing at Temple right before a game. So as we walked in, like Steph Curry, Kevin Durant all walked out. We didn't see Steph Curry, but we saw Kevin Durant, and I shook his hand.
You shook his hand.
I did. And
Is he 6'1" too? 6'1"?
No, like 7'1".
Got you by a few inches.
Paige is taller. Paige is taller.
Yeah, I'm taller.
Paige plays taller. Paige plays taller.
Yes.
I've never met, like I've seen professional NBA players from abroad, like Luka Doncic. I trained with Rebecca Allen, who was in the New York Liberty, and then Mary Gulich, who was in the, I'm gonna mess it up, so I'm just gonna say Mary Gulich. I also trained with her, and Celeste Trahan Davis. Those are the 3 professional players I trained with. So yeah.
Nice. Directly trained, and Paige trains with Kevin Durant. So
yeah,
there you go. On a regular basis.
It's on the podcast. It's true.
It's true.
On the podcast.
It's on the podcast.
Just let it
dunk
go.
on you. Dunk on him, right, Paige?
Oh, absolutely.
She dunks. Yeah, she just actually uses him, like climbs his shoulders and to get up there. Yes.
Teamwork.
Come on, where's the game face? On 3.
Okay.
Oh, all right. So game
But
face.
how what is like game face? What do you mean?
Game face.
Elaborate.
Mary, like you said, when you're going for the rebound and somebody's trying to grab it from you. All right.
Think about
God.
We're playing like Harvard. This is for the Ivy League championship. You have to get that rebound. It's a 50-50 ball. You got to get the rebound.
All right,
What's the fit? What is it going to look like? You're going to be like this? You're going to.
We're coming down.
Right,
I'll bring the countdown in.
Oh,
3,
boy. Oh,
2,
God.
come on.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
I mean, either like.
Come on.
Get in the zone. Get in the zone.
2,
Get in the zone.
1.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We need to work in that.
They've got 4 years to work on that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We need to work in that.
Don't worry, Coach G. We'll get that under control.
All right. Well, unfortunately, because this has been a great conversation, that is all the time we have for today. We do appreciate Paige Lauder and Mary Lobon coming on and joining the podcast for the first time. We'll definitely have them on again in the future. And we wish you two the best of luck as you move forward in your Columbia careers.
Thank you.
That again was Paige Lauder and Mary Lobon. Patrick Desir. For Patrick Desir, my co-host, I'm Kyle Matrician. This has been the Inside Columbia Basketball Podcast, presented by Vandewater. You can catch the ICB podcast. I just threw that in there. We don't usually say that, but I'm going to say it. You can catch the ICB podcast on Fridays at 10 a.m. on Twitch. Every Friday, a new episode. And then you can catch our recorded versions of the podcast because this is live. This is live. Wink. Around noon on Fridays, you can catch them on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever you catch your favorite podcasts, you can find the Inside Columbia Basketball Podcast. So again, Pat, great episode. Pat, we're going to just have you back every week now.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right.
You guys were great. Take care.
We'll see everybody.
Thank you.
Good job, Paige. Good job, Mary.
Good job.
That was fun.
Yes, great episode.